Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Oh, first of all, I just want to go Barry! Go Barry! And if you're wondering who Barry is, Barry the Blood Clot. The Orange Idiot has had nothing on his agenda for the last 2 days. Except for a trip to the DC Golf Club. Yeah, okay, whatever. Why? Not sure. Pretty sure he wasn't golfing. I think it's because he doesn't actually like being in the White House. He's haunted in the White House, and he feels incredibly uncomfortable there. So yeah, off he went. And yeah, so nothing actually on the agenda for 2 days. There was something that said, a tour of a construction site or something. Well, considering there's not construction happening at the White House, I'm not quite sure what construction site he's supposedly touring. But yes, and oh, goodness me. I mean, you guys have all heard about all the humiliation that happened on the China trip. The seat that was so much lower than Xi Jinping's being helped up the stairs and paused so he could catch his breath halfway up, being taken to a significant site where pretty much the only people that have ever gone there are dictators, being given rose seeds as a parting gift. Yeah, just every layer imaginable. And of course he's saying it's a huge success, but we know the reality of it. And I've posted a picture in my post section of apparently there were some photographs that were taken outside where the comb over is blown back. So it's doing the rounds of social media. A few experts, because I am definitely not an expert, have put that particular image of the Orange Idiot through several AI formats and have been told quite clearly it's not an AI photograph, it's a genuine photo. Okay, what else is happening that I'll just briefly touch on? Tina Peters was pardoned. I'm sure you've all heard about that by a Democratic governor. Huge backlash in regards to that. I believe there was something about the court case itself that was in question. However, it's still absolutely not a good look for the governor. And he's rightly so getting huge backlash. Now, I looked him up. Oh, yeah, he's pretty much white boys club, even though he's a Democrat. What else has happened? Oh, guess who's been put in charge about the response? So in charge of the response team for the Hunter virus outbreak, a penile implant specialist. Yes, a urologist who specialises in implants. Okay, that sounds like really the right person to put in charge of a virus virology outbreak. Yeah, okay, whatever. So yeah, keep your eye on that as well. What else has happened? Alligator Alcatraz apparently is to be closed. I'm not sure what's going to happen to the people that are being held there, but it looks like Florida has been stiffed with the bill. Oh, goodness me, didn't they only build that not even a year ago? So brand spanking new. And I did say at the time, I see it with the fabric flapping in the wind. It'll be closed and it'll pretty much just deteriorate. So there's news come out about that. What else is happening? And a lot of the pushback, huge amounts of pushback, both about immigration centres, or should we say detention camps, or concentration camps, whatever you like to call them, and data centres happening across the United States. There is a little town, I believe, in California, and I'm not sure where it gets its electricity from, because I'm pretty sure California wouldn't allow this to happen, but they've been told by the sole electricity provider, I think there's about 1,500 in the town, so it's not a huge town, but hey, it's not a nothing either, that within 12 months their electricity supply will be cut off because they can get more money sending their electricity to a data centre. Well, this is really this is really hitting quite a lot of nerves, not just in that town, of the reality. And I do want to do a reading on the data centers, have a look at them, but I'll do it tomorrow because there's a lot to get through today. Um, where I have this vision of a lot of these centers. They will get built, but they won't get used. And I actually see, like, if I say housing where they're huge, they're massive, acres and acres, but where the housing, multi-level housing is around the outside, and there is an actual park in the middle. I'm not just talking about a little courtyard with a bit of a, one tree and a filled-in swimming pool. I'm talking about like a Central Park type park. Not as big as Central Park, but you know what I mean, a proper park with water features like lakes, etc. I keep seeing this vision with some of the data centers. It won't be all, but some of them will become these actually quite exclusive housing centers, which sounds really odd, but I'm seeing the old cotton mills in the UK that get repurposed as warehouse apartment living, and they're actually quite sought after. And it's the same with we've got wool stores, etc., around where I live that are being converted to apartments. So, and they're again, they're large, they're spacious, they have these fabulous community areas in them, and I do see that this will happen with a number of the data centres. So I might have a bit of a closer look on that tomorrow. Oh, what else is happening? There is an Ebola outbreak happening in Africa at the moment. It's a new strain in the Democratic Republic of Congo and Uganda, and they have found at least one case 1,000 kilometres away from the centre of the outbreak. It is spread by bodily fluids, so it's more difficult to spread, but apparently it's highly contagious, and about a 25% fatality rate with it. So just be aware, keep an eye on that as well. And of course, the United States is not in the WHO. The WHO is the World Health Organization is struggling to contain this outbreak. It's given half a million, which doesn't sound very much at all, but anyhow, 500,000 to facilities over there for equipment, etc., to try and contain it. And the African Centre for Disease Control has put in 2 million as well. So just keep an eye on that. I'll keep an eye on it and just see how it goes. I'm not feeling desperate to read on it at the moment, but this is why countries are members of the World Health Organization, because it's not just about your country, it's about all across the world, especially with international travel. But what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, sorry, took me 8 minutes to get there. Donald Tusk, the leader of Poland, met the other day with Amal Clooney. George was there as well, but I think Amal was the one that, the human rights lawyer with the international human rights lawyer. It was at an Impact 26 conference that was being held 13th to 14th of May. Yeah, there's something brewing there. The magician. Something brewing there about the steel. There's my Biden card. There's my betrayal, abuse of power. And there's some sort of money trail here, or voter trail. And we've got the world card. Okay. And there, be careful what you wish for, because you've got someone pooping in your cup and the sort of truth coming forward. So I want to have a look into this particular meeting. Now, what's happened is really suddenly, really unexpectedly, Kegsbreth announced that 5,000 US troops would no longer be stationed in Poland. So Donald Tusk, Prime Minister of Poland, no longer be stationed in Poland. It's not really going to affect Poland that much, but it's caught the military by surprise, because a lot of the equipment's already over there and they were about to send the troops themselves. I am half thinking that it's more than just one thing, because I believe the attrition rate of the US military is quite high at the moment. People are leaving, but they're also not getting anybody signing up to replace them either. So the troop numbers, the military numbers in the US are declining. They haven't got the equipment that they used to have either. They blew a lot of it off. But I do want to have a look to see whether there's something more, because Poland is investigating the EPS files, and it is also investigating Grok AI. Now, the Grok AI, they're part of the greater European investigation. The French raided the offices of Fleon, and if you're wondering who Fleon is, also known as Space Boy, supposed owner of Tesla, etc. Ace of Cups here, something significantly emotionally new coming forward, where the eyes are being opened in regards to the devil. Just looking at the next card that was there, and then we've got the Ace of Wands. So, and I can't ignore aces, and I can't ignore and then we've, oh gosh, the Ace of Swords. 3 aces and the devil there. I'm almost not going to have a look to see what the next card was. And it wasn't an ace. I'll just let you know it wasn't an ace. Yeah, 3 aces and the devil. So, because my question is what did Donald Tusk meet with Amal Clooney about? I mean, George was there, but it wasn't George he was meeting. So this is about new information, new truth, new legal action, something highly emotive about the devil. Okay. Somebody's going to be on the back foot defensive about information that comes in from overseas. And then I've got the 8 of Pentacles. Again, this trail of some sort. Could be a voter trail, could be a money trail, because as I said, they're investigating the EPS files. So let me have a look. Oh, if you're wondering the deck, it's the Gilded Tarot Royale. Just put those back randomly. What did Donald Tusk actually, there was the moon card showing itself, discuss with Amal Clooney? I mean, the public meeting was a bit of a, they had a bit of a joke at each other, but it feels so much more than that. Come on down, let's have a look. What did Donald Tusk? Here's that Ace of Swords again. I mean, I put it back randomly. There it is again. Some legal action, like the sword is drawn out of the scabbard, ready to go. Legal action, truth coming out. Ace of Swords. Challenged by the Knight of Pentacles. It's got to make its way through the thicket, but is this the votes getting out of the thicket? Mercenary actions. What did they talk about? There's Biden at the bottom. Could be Donald Tusk as well. The energy they're stewing in at the moment. The negotiator, the diplomat, the emotionally mature. What did they meet about? Ace of Pentacles. Now, when I'm talking about, could be money or money trails, or it could be votes. The Ace of Pentacles. New documentation being brought forward in the past. Something new about either money or votes. Let's see where this goes. So the energy over the here and now is the Knight of Swords. The Savior, the Defender, bringing forth the sword of truth. The immediate future, someone's going to be on the back foot trying to defend themselves. The 6, so we've got the Seven of Wands, and then the Six of Swords. Six of Swords externally. Packing up the truth and moving it forward. A legal case moving forward. Someone's going to be on the back foot defending. Oh, there's my military card again, the Chariot, but it can simply be moving something forward. Lining the horses up and moving them forward. You've got here the Fool, uncharted waters in the hopes and fears. The Two of Wands. Choice will be made about which direction to go forward. You've got justice there, and then you've got the throwing under the bus, the Five of Wands, the infighting. This is my Avril Haines card, and then the Ace of Wands about the false victory. Big news coming out about the false victory and the contracts, the agreements that were made, those that helped, the fading misogynistic energy. And then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, end of a legacy, end of snout in the trough. Where's this going to go? Something was offered up about a betrayal and an abuse and a steal. Five of Swords. Information coming forward from overseas about vote flipping, big wake-up call judgment card, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Swords, legal downfall of the government, big judgment call. Okay, so I'm going to ask specifically, not pacifically, specifically, which one is this in regards to? So I'll ask, I'll do two lines. No, I'll do them separately, so I'm not taking cards out. There's that moon card again showing itself. Secrets being revealed. Is this about the Epps files? I'll ask, is it going to be information that comes out about money in regards to the Epps files? Keeping a lid on something in regards to Russia. Ruskies. With the Queen of Cups and the Russian card. Smoke, mirrors, delusion. Again, this popped out. About betrayal, deceit, steal with that Five of Swords. Unexpected information coming out of left field that will be revealed with the High Priestess that will change everything. We've then got the Page of Swords. I mean, it is got the two birds there. It could be something to do with the X-raid, the raid on Fleon's office. And there's my Harris card with the Queen of Swords. I don't think this is grok stuff. I think this is election stuff. And I don't even think it's Epps stuff. Let's have a look. Is it to do with the Epps files? I mean, we know she's a human rights lawyer. We know that Epps is about trafficking, but the two things are intertwined. The reason why the orange idiot was put in was to try and cover up and protect the parasitic hoarding class of people. Is it regarding the Epps files? Is it regarding the Epps files? Come on down, let's have a look. Well, there's money trails here. Some sort of action being taken, a throwing under the bus. I think this is Tusk. The infighting, money trails and action being taken, the death, the hanged man, and the three major arcana. Something brought to a significant ending that will change the view of everything. Oh, goodness me, and the orange twerp's trying to get his name on the $100 bill. That's all right. Only dead people are on the money, so go Barry, go Barry. The Sun card. Full exposure, full revelation. Information coming from overseas about vote. This is my vote flipping. I mean, it could be money changing hands, but this, excuse me, feels vote flipping. Judgment card, government, chariot, Ten of Wands, ending, Ace of Cups. I mean, look at these cards that are coming out. Oh, on the bottom we've got the Devil, information coming forward very quickly. Sorry about me coughing. Sitting in an air-conditioned car in an air-conditioned stadium, etc. It's not a cold, it's just the air conditioning. Yeah, there's something huge that they're working on that's going to be coming out here. Okay, is it because of this? Is this the reason why the 5,000 troops are not going to Poland? Now, Poland does border Ukraine. I can't remember if it borders Rusky as well. I'll have to look at a map. But you know, it is in that line there. But Ukraine is whooping the Ruskies, absolutely whooping them. So is this why the 5,000 troops have been stopped from going? There's the steal, the treason, and the world card ending. Something coming to an end. And jail time, 8 of Swords, restriction. Got the 9 of Cups, be careful what you wish for, because you've got that little rat up in the, flea on rat up in the rafters pooping in your cup. Knight of Swords, truth being brought forward about money trails or election votes with that 8 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, nightmare situation, and the High Priestess, secrets being revealed. Working together to things that are being kept undercover are going to be brought fully into the light. 4 of Pentacles, something someone would like kept undercover is going to be brought into the light. I'm almost going to have to say yes, but not directly. It's almost like a roundabout way. Because there's going to be these revelations that come out. Because we've got the steal, the treason, bringing an end to an era, and then we've got the 8 of Swords, restriction by the truth. Careful what you wish for, because the truth will be brought forward with that Knight of Swords about money trail or vote trail or something along those lines. Someone's going to be sacrificed, or it's simply going to be seen and brought to attention. It's going to be a nightmare situation, and the High Priestess, secrets being revealed, working together to bring forward something that is hidden. Okay. So the troops not going to Poland is all... Why does Kegs want the troops not to go? I just heard because they're going to call up the military. They're going to call up the military to protect. I'm getting to protect the White House, but I mean, the orange idiot doesn't even like being at the White House. I'm getting there's something going to trigger where they want to be able to call up the military to protect. To protect what? To protect whom? I mean, we know these people are all living on military bases at the moment. Why does Kegs want these troops kept in the US? Just quickly have a look at this one. Because everything is going to change. Wheel of Fortune. Why? Oh, there's my other vote flipping card. And there's that Hanged Man again. Chaos. Trying to, I'm not even going to say try and keep control, but just, okay. Vote flipping card. There's the military. There's the Justice card. And there's the Three of Pentacles. Underground bunkers, we don't know, there isn't one, but this is very much about dark money behind the scenes or dark actions behind the scenes. Mercenary actions, and then the Knight of Swords, and then you've got the loss with the Eight of Cups. Loss, emotional loss. Full moon, got full moon coming up in a couple of weeks, and people walking away. You've got the manipulation with the Magician. You've got the Star. The vote, I've only got 2 vote flipping cards here, and this is both of them. The rat pooping in the cup. The report that we haven't seen yet. To do something from the past. And then we've got the Four of Swords. Downfall, and then working across the aisle. The death of a leader and working across the aisle and the government. And you've got the Emperor. Big information coming out about the Emperor. That's just going to be too burdensome. And then you've got the throwing under the bus, infighting, secrets being revealed about the that's going to bring an end of a legacy. You've got the delusion. You've got the failed relationships. You've got big new information coming out about the false victory from an unexpected quarter. That's why he's ordering the troops to stay, because he's gotten wind somewhere along the line, or been advised. I think he's gotten wind of something where, I mean, we know the orange. Is Trump still upright? I don't get him. I get when he goes, it'll be very public. Is he still upright? No, he's having a couple of days in bed from the sounds of it. I suspect the one that goes in the motorcade to the golf club is just for show, and it's the double. The double's only ever seen through the window of the motorcade and or at a distance at the golf club, never up close. And he's only got, from what I can gather, he's only got the one double. Melania's got about 3 of them. Is this because, these are my yes-no cards. There's 12 yes and 12 no and 2 blanks. Are the troops not going to Poland because they're expecting something dramatic on the home front, like something dramatic on the home front? The troops, you want that one? Well, there's a yes, yes and yes. Keep going. Yes, 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 blank, yes, yes, yes. Believe it or not, there are no cards in there. So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes cards and the blank in the middle there because of the unknown of what's going to happen. Okay, that took a while to get to. Yeah, I think the troops are being kept at home in this particular instance because there is an expectation of a Wheel of Fortune type change happening, and it may be because of the health of a certain somebody. oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And I've always said that this information about the what happened in November a couple of years back won't come out until after he's either incapacitated or gone. So yeah, okay, this is because I'm keep hearing protection. They think they're going to deploy the troops to protect themselves. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. This is interesting times. Catch you shortly. Bye bye.